Yo, yo, yo!
Baby!
What's up? What's
Yeah!
good? Hey! Hey, fam! Now
Yeah,
coming
yeah,
fam
yeah.
now, you know what I'm saying? So, hey, what's good? What's good? Welcome to another episode of Awesome Thoughts.
Yet again.
Yes, another one. And today, we would like
Just
another day to
breathing in,
heal.
guys.
To say,
Just
we breathe
breathing
in.
in.
We say it's another day to heal, and we hope you've been healing. You know, and with that healing, we'd like to invite you to heal some more by following us on social media, guys, where we can post our advices to you and tips, and maybe it might spark a light bulb. So look for us on Awesome Thoughts Facebook and at Awesome Thoughts Podcast, Instagram, and Twitter. I'm not forgetting this time. Awesome Thoughts.
Yes, guys. We don't do it for the likes. We do it for the lives.
Yes, as I said, fam, guys, that's what we want to be. We want to teach each other, grow with each other, so that we can create and break the chains of short-term relationships or relationships that lasted but ended because of some minor things that could have been avoided, So we just want to bring out a whole new dynamic in this world.
That is so true. Because every now and then you find people breaking on social media about how long your relationship is, and someone will be saying 3 months and feeling great about it.
Oh.
I'm like, ain't nothing fun about having 4 partners a year, because if your relationship is 3 months, if you be, in a relationship for the whole year, it means you were with 4 people for the entire 12 months. Which is not good for your health, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's not a fun thing to just have short-term things and go on. So, unless of course, if you and your partners communicate, there is a personal choice, But if you're really someone who's trying to get something going on, probably there's something that you're doing wrong. But hey, there's some players and other people out there who feel like 3 months is already too long to know a person, Some people living in no strings attached world. This might not be a part of the show right now, because we're talking about people who really have a goal in terms of going somewhere, want to do something.
No, it is part of the show because he basically started. Yeah, we just gonna tell you what we're talking about, because what he's talking about is basically communication. How is it that sometimes it's just a mix up? That's where you thinking long term, they thinking short term. You see, it's just a clash because you don't communicate. Sometimes it's good to sit down and talk. That's why they say go date, go out and have lunch or whatever, or go into the zoo where you can walk around and chat and just get to know the person just through conversation.
Exactly, and the thing is, when you are knowing the person, make sure that as well the truth is being spoken out, because the thing is, most of the results for these, yes, we understand there's people who like short-term things,
I mean, we all grow at a different pace.
But anyway, what I'm saying is, communication is very important, because let me give you an example. I saw this, I think it's some guy called Zimbo Music's page on Facebook. This guy, he posted something where a girl was talking about, to all the married men who said, I'm married and we are going through things with my wife, stop lying. Just say that I'm a cheat. I just want to get a snake and go back to my wife, because then you are giving me the wrong image of I'm in a relationship which I'm not, which can result in another short-term relationship. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because it's basically putting out an unhappy image. We're going through it. So oh my gosh, okay, come here, let me comfort you. Come lay on my chest.
And then you got some money also, you're like, okay, you can comfort me while you buy me.
Buy me some nice things and purses and everything, and I'll be good.
So communication it's important.
I guess in that sense, it's just like, you need to watch what we put out there, But then again, it's to each his own. But that's where it comes off like, you put out a bad message and this is what you get. And when you get that, and then the consequences are terrible. you know.
But
Because of what you started in the first place, when you thought you were just like out here, just like expressing yourself, but you expressed yourself in the wrong place where there was probably people who are waiting. You know, there's those people who are just like waiting for that opportunity, that window to just like whoop, you know.
Then they're interested.
Talk about working out here in the gym, just so that I can slide in that window. You know,
once
easy.
I do it, it's a win. You know.
You see, and then it's downhill from there because now you've crossed the line.
But with
you
me,
cannot go back.
What I think is, I don't know. There's people who did communication science. They have all the right definitions to everything. But this is according to my understanding. If you are lying, that is not communicating.
No, you're not really.
That is not communicating.
You're
that
not
is
saying.
probably shying. You know what we say?
Shy.
Yeah, shy. You are not communicating. I'm shy. That's not communication.
You know,
communication. You're telling someone where you are, what your plans is. You know what your future looks like.
It's not basically.
So that if they don't fit, they don't fit, irregardless of where you met. You know what I'm saying?
It's way more than my favorite color is blue. I like cheese. You know, it's more than that. It's about where do you see yourself in the future? What are my plans for the future? Because that's basically what we're working towards, right? We're working towards tomorrow and the future and what that's going to bring for us. So right now, I need to tell you this is where I'm going. And I need someone to help me or to be my pillar within going there and growing, you know? And if that person is within the same road, then you guys will click because you have the same vision, the same goals. It might not be identical, but you both maybe say success oriented. You know, you just want to get to the top. You want to make it one way or the other and be able to support for the generations to come. And that's it. And that's all you need to have the right team and union.
Yeah.
You know, because you spoke about these things. If I'm a person who has never had a desire to have children, I need to tell you right now, so that if you want children, we can just call it quits because I know I'm going to want this and I'm not going to settle just, because I want to keep this. And also because you see, as I said, check it out. Awesome Thoughts Podcast on Instagram. Awesome advice. It says you cannot change a person. So you cannot just think, okay, she doesn't want kids now. Let's just see in time, if it's not in me, it's not in me. You know what I'm saying? And then you find this is the person. A baby freak. Yeah? I want the kids. And it sounds like now I'm trying to trap you. And it's, the guys freak out. So, you see, that's where you need to have these types of conversation. If you know where you're going, if you know what you want for your future, those are the things you need to talk about. Listen, do you want kids? Okay. How many? Can we settle on a number? Can we try and compromise? Do you even have you're just probably shy, but I don't care. Let's have 35 if possible. But you know what I'm saying?
As long as the money to raise them is there,
But you communicate about that and you see the person's reaction. Here's an example that I've been thinking about since. Those proposals. Them proposals that have been flopping.
Yeah, well, that's how can a marriage proposal flop? Because you already know your partner if they want it or not. Unless, of course, if you're one of those people who think you're too clever and this can surprise somebody, But I really think you like, how the fuck you flop on a proposal, man? No. Because you've been speaking to your partner.
No, which means you haven't been. If it flops, it means you haven't been. Because how the hell are you coming up in the middle of Ikresta and proposing and I'm saying no? Which means we never had that conversation to see where we're at. You know what I'm saying? You never tried or I never tried to see where this person's at with this topic. Because you need to see that. You need to see where that person is within that topic because that reaction helps you to make a better decision tomorrow so that you're not going to go and embarrass yourself in front of all types of strangers.
Sometimes you think you're embarrassing yourself, but you're embarrassing the person because, okay, sure, they rejected you, the person who brought the thing, but I don't know the person who rejected that thing because you don't even know their reason for also rejecting.
Exactly,
Everybody
you
can
put
be
them
wrong.
on the
We will take
spotlight.
your side. Obviously, we will take your side because we are guys.
Yeah, no, Vela, the woman is wrong. It happens that way. The woman is
she
wrong.
Says no, we'll be like she's ungrateful and what.
No, but you see, that's the
people
thing.
have stages. People have close stages. Sometimes you find that you are ready and that person is not ready. There's someone who's ready for you out there, but because we're not communicating, we're out here, thinking the beauty is fine for me, I can keep this. Whereas there is something more than that.
Talk.
So yeah, communication is something that is very, very essential.
Talk. If y'all know me, the ones that really know me, the ones that always talk directly, now I'm talking to my personal friends. Okay? I always say what? Communicate. Talk. Just, talk. It doesn't have to be a specific thing. Just have conversation and see where that conversation goes. Bring up any topic randomly. As females, we tend to do that. We start talking about something else. Somewhere in the middle of that, talking about something else. And by the end of the day, we've had 15 topics within one conversation. Yeah. You don't know how. That's just how it is. Because in that time, you're learning. You're seeing where this person's at with this. And that's where you would have either a successful proposal or an unsuccessful proposal. And here's a question I'm going to post out. I'm going to post it right here on the podcast and I'm going to put it on the Insta status.
Yeah.
What do you feel about those public proposals? And if the female rejects,
Yeah, actually, you know what? Let's get it like this.
Because I've seen terrible things.
If there is any couple who have been in that situation whereby the boyfriend proposes and the woman says no, but you guys still continue, tell us how that is going. So that we can feel, we can see, that we can also learn if there's, it's just a phase,
No,
and
but
even
because
those who ended it, when you proposed and then the person said no and you decided, okay, let's end it right here. How is it also going?
There's advice that I've heard that has been given to females.
Okay.
It says, when a guy proposes and you're not yet sure, agree and think about it later.
Okay. That's good because then, I'll feel better if you come to me tomorrow and say, listen,
but
instead of just shutting me down like the first time I'm coming
exactly because why they say because I'd agree and then think about it later, and if you're not for it then you say, but if you say no now, there's a slim chance he's gonna ask you again. You know what I'm saying?
What? Dude, there's a zero chance.
Yo.
Zero chance right there.
So you see? So I don't know if you guys want to take that, but I don't know. I'm kind of 50-50 on it. I get it. You know what I'm saying? Because you might not ask again.
But with me, it will sit well with me because you did say yes.
So you were one foot inside.
Maybe something said, but you are already, you are in, that idea exists in there, And rather than being shut out the first time, you're will you no?
This is juicy. This is a juicy thing, eh?
But
guys, communication is the bomb. It's the shit, okay?
Okay, today she's getting it. She'll be surprised and happy at the same time, but in your mind that okay, we are in good, it doesn't feel like a trap if you guys communicate, because what I'm trying to put it is there's many cases whereby the child is born. Either the guy felt like the woman is too beautiful for him, she might slip out, let me get her pregnant. Or the girl felt like, okay, this guy is too rich, many girls want him. He might disappear at any time. Besides, with you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, if
they also get pregnant, and then it becomes all those kind of things that lead up to, such events. You can try to work things out later for the kids, which doesn't work. But we're gonna have something just to talk about sticking it out for the kids and all that. It will be another episode altogether. But for now, let's stick to this one. So you see,
I do not believe in sticking it out for the children.
Exactly. Why? Because
even in that episode, I will not believe in it. If you want to check how real I am, stay tuned. I put you liable to hold me to my truth.
Yeah. Interesting. Because in most cases, without communication, people try to play tricks on each other. This is how tricks come along, because you don't know what the other person is thinking. You don't know where they are heading. You don't know. You just have to find a way to keep them here. Which you don't know, and the only way everybody knows how is a baby. The baby is permanent.
Babies.
I'm here to
guys,
stay.
Honestly, if keeping a person with a baby was a thing, how many of y'all would still be with your baby dad?
Exactly. So these days, there's a lot of things whereby it looks like there's a lot of single parents, but guys, there's nothing new under the sun. This thing has been happening.
Because you know why? It also reduces this thing which now, as a woman, you decide to do whatever. Because there was this post on Facebook. There was this post on Facebook about abortions and things like that. And how on the female side, they would understand it because she's not ready, She wants to change things for her future.
But if
it's a guy, it's a bad thing,
Exactly.
And they don't actually think about it when she actually goes ahead and has this baby forcefully, making him seem like the bad person. It's a double standard. Honestly, this whole world is about double standards. And we're not going to sugarcoat a lot of things. Honestly, nothing, because we're here to speak truth. It is how it is. We see these things. It's life. We're just going to have to talk about it. But, it's sad how sometimes in those situations, in most situations, either one gender or the other is higher than, And it shouldn't be that way. We should all see each other as human beings. You make mistakes, I make mistakes. And sometimes, my communication might be that direction. Yours might be that direction. That's why they always advise to learn about a person's love language. Either I express it, or you do it with actions, or you do it by buying me things, or you do it by spending time with me.
We don't understand language.
Or by telling me stuff, Exactly. You said it last time. We don't read minds. You need to express yourself. We need to express yourself somehow. We don't all speak the same.
You can't assume that because I make faces when my baby does this, she knows I don't like it. It doesn't really mean she knows that I don't like it. I might be making faces for something else which I didn't communicate. Don't assume. There's many people who there's no problem in that relationship. There's really nothing going on. But the fact that they are too self-centered. They think that someone is watching their moves and facial expressions 24/7. You decide not to talk what you are feeling. You make a face. You do this. That person will never understand what it really means, what you're saying. So what you need to do is communicate.
It's still the same.
In the best way you can. I don't like this. I don't like this.
No, but I like it is like that.
This, I like it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Those facial things, you still learn.
You still learn, but then sometimes it can be a sense of we are at a place where we've never been before. You don't know whether you should smile or
But that shouldn't discourage you, I feel. Because every day we grow, every day we learn. So there's certain things that are gonna happen. I'm gonna act out some type of way. Earlier on you said I had a tantrum. I was out here exploding, and I thought I was just asking a genuine question
with a little bit of explosion.
It was just a question. So either way, things happen that you've never seen before, maybe, or you never anticipated, and it's like, whoa. But then you just learn. You take note. This is possible. Move on. Let's go, because as I said at some point, being in a relationship is basically like, your bullshit is like 1, 2, 3, and I can take that bullshit, okay? It's fine, it's tolerable. Unlike what I dealt with in 1967.
it also reminds me of what one of my colleagues said with regards to our last podcast when we were talking about defending your own. She mentioned that yes, the episode was entitled "Defend Your Own." She even mentioned that it's a good thing when you guys are talking, because when your partner starts changing, because you know them so well, you already know
this is the finish
exactly line. You don't really need to, you can even think for them up front. You're like, okay, you want to do this, okay,
let's go.
Exactly, because you already know them.
You spent enough time. You spent enough time to actually observe and see and hear them.
Yeah.
And be like, oh, okay, this is your direction. Cool. Can I do this or not? Yes. Let's go. No. Goodbye.
Exactly.
Let's not waste each other's time, guys. Like, time is going. Depending on how old you are, if you're still within your early, teens, that was like 20s and things like that. Because like it's still within like adulthood and teenhood. I'm like in the mids now, so like, but depending on where you are or how your maturity is set and your mindset and your goals, then you'll know exactly like, okay, I'm not wasting time. Like, I'm not getting any younger. This is what I'm trying to get, because I'm not trying to start at 40,
Yeah, still when guys, but
there's no way.
Truth be told, guys, no matter how old you are, time is money.
Yeah.
Time is an investment that you make. So if you're going to invest your time and we invest your energy into something that doesn't bring you an outcome, what the fuck are you doing? That's a waste over there.
Yeah.
So regardless of age, time is money, because it runs out for everyone.
You know what?
Someone can be 50, that time can run out at 80. You know what I'm saying?
You can.
So time is money to everybody.
You need to just do the most out of the time.
Communicate so that you don't, waste each other's time.
Yes. That's it.
Be honest. You are between partners. You are not sure if that one, you just started dating them 3 weeks ago, and you just met this guy, but you don't want to tell them that you have a boyfriend because there's a chance you might dump them or not. Why don't you find, or vice versa?
Leave that person alone.
It can't be women only. Yes, guys also go through. You started dating somebody, you found somebody last 3 weeks ago, and then you started talking to this other girl today, and it sounds different.
Honestly,
be honest with somebody,
If we had our priorities straight, we would be far.
Exactly.
Senkhuluma manje as people of color now.
Yeah.
We would be far if we had our priorities straight. Get yourself a stable person. If you learn from the white man, guys, you need to observe. Observe other cultures and other races and the way they do things, because we might not get it, but look at it and try to see it and understand it. Niggas get married. They get married at a young age. Right now, people's is on their 4th, 5th kid. By the time they're 30, they're like, you know what? It's done. 40, 50, they're living life, having vacations, doing most,
driving Porsche cars and all that.
Raising the kids, relaxing. By the time they're old, they're just chilling, looking after the grandkids and eating up the pension and investments.
Now culture is the boko looking after the kid, paying for the kids' school fees, boko doing this, doing that.
Yeah, because you see, that's where I feel like it's the wrong place. I feel like that's where it's wrong.
Because you've worked, you've raised one. Why do you gotta raise the second one? I know someone said if you spoil your kids, you will raise your grandchildren. If you raise your grandchildren, then you get to spoil your kids. I understand that, but it's like we don't get it. Yes, it's fine. Enjoy your life, enjoy your youth, alright? But there's nothing new under the sun. So it can be new places. You can see them with one person, you can see them with 40 unloyal, unknown people. It can still be the same. Because someone would prefer that I'm still 20, let me go club with strangers and 3-4 favorite people that I know. That in next 4 or 5 years, you won't even be best friends with because of growth. So it's entirely up to people's lifestyle, how they want to mature into it. But at some point,
we can't
waste our years of energy because there's times where you are at your peak in your life, where anything you can break and mend, Why not try to with bigger projects? People will try to be break and mending with one night stands. Some people will be trying, real things. You try company, it fails. You do what. You know what I'm saying?
Try until you find what.
Because you still got a lot of time to fuck up. So
basically that's what your 20s are for.
Yeah.
Because they normally say life begins at 40, but it's like your 20s are the years that you work the hardest. Like you try your best, That's why nobody wants to be. No one. If they say which time in your life would you like to visit, people will probably visit a moment in their 20s, but not their 20s. Not entirely. No. Because it's a challenge on its own. But I just wanted to say as well, we can't say that okay, now we're gonna start acting like other people and just automatically jump and do as they do. But we're learning. Just observe and see and try to take something or two. You can't take everything because we're probably looking at where you are in your life at that point. You'll see that, okay, maybe I've skipped 1, 2, 3. But what can I still take from that? That's all you need. What can I still take from that to help my future to be at that standard where I don't have to worry as much, All I have to just think about is, oh my gosh, things have gone up, which is ridiculous things because you've seen how with the type of complaints, it's like, you seriously?
But all in all, you can go through whatever you go through. Everyone is allowed to go through every space in life, every stage, to make mistakes,
never regret,
do other things. But whenever you find yourself in that position whereby you are with somebody, then you have to make sure that in terms of communication, it's something that you have to keep open because that right there is the railway line and you are the train.
Yep.
So if you guys don't communicate, two trains might clash or whatever. One railway one might end while the train still has a destination, and then the train is going to crash either way. So be open, guys, with each other. So that within that, if somebody really knows you for who you are and they still stick around and you know that you've showed them who you really are and they're still here pestering you, annoying the fuck out of you because they still want to talk to you and everything.
They want to be with you.
Yes.
You've got the jackpot, as they say in the lotto.
Yourself. Let it show itself. You know what I'm saying?
Be you, authentic you.
It's part of communication.
If you want to chew the bones on the first date, chew the damn bones.
Exactly. Being real is
with class though. With class, don't be nasty.
That is true. But communication, man. Being real is also part of communication because you are speaking an unspoken, genuine language. You know what I'm saying? Because I can see you. And you don't have to tell me.
Exactly. See me for what I am.
See you for what you are. You know what I'm saying? It's also part of communication. Don't be too fake.
Yeah.
Don't be too lady. Don't be too genuine.
Guys, let me tell you something my mom always told me. My mom told me this when she figured out I was starting to see you. And she's like, because I was getting prepared in the morning and she, I was just putting a little powder just because I shine a lot sometimes. I'm a shining star.
Yeah.
Anyways, so I was doing that and it wasn't like serious makeup and she was just out her pictures like, you know what? A person needs to see you in both settings. Without and with all the settings and the filters, and without all the settings and the filters, you finally do sisters, you might figure out that actually puts it up instead. So hey, be you.
And it worked.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
Yeah, man.
I'm just saying.
Don't live too much on social media, man. Go to social media and follow pages that teach you something, not people that be, making you feel somehow.
And guys,
because that's one of the reasons why people don't communicate, because you're thinking because we are following so they look like this, and he likes those pictures. So I should probably also try to be a sport, and you're killing yourself in the process, which is not right. Guys,
we should always be chilling in the jacuzzi of Blocked. If I want to post stuff and you got something nasty to say, Blocked. If I'm trying to be my best and you trying to pull me down, Blocked. If I'm just out here living my best life and you're out here like, no, it's not your best life, Blocked.
Yeah.
So come join us in the jacuzzi of Blocked, where it's all about positivity.
Exactly.
Let me live in my bubble. Be in your bubble.
Exactly.
Okay.
Because that's one of the reasons why you end up being somebody who's not honest, because you feel like your bubble is not warm enough, not good enough because of what.
I tell we're about positivity, eh?
Positivity. You actually got the right one over there. So yes, guys.
Florists, they normally say you need to speak to your plant, because when you talk to them, they hear you. They're alive. We did life science, guys. We learned all those things, even though we didn't like it.
Yes.
They're alive. They say talk to the plants. It sounds stupid, but they thrive. They thrive because they hear you. If you're out here like, oh, I'm gonna see you, or you don't even acknowledge them, that's where they die. Because they feel neglected. They don't know if you love them or if you even care. Communicate.
Your woman is your flower.
And your man is your seed. Oh, well, you can do that. It's possible. I mean, weeds have males and females.
Males, flowers.
So, hey, flowers.
Yeah, guys. Water your flower. Be honest. Communicate. Because most arguments begin because of no communication. I got stuck somewhere, but I could not communicate with you. You are out here thinking your own thing,
And Futi, that communication, that's where if I can't communicate with you, who am I communicating with?
Exactly. That's why
English.
Someone even said if you are an overthinker, you must date a good communicator.
Yeah.
Because
they can talk you out of your thinking.
Because there's someone who could date an overthinker and be like, no man, this person is unbearable.
Yeah. But
a good communicator will never be asked such questions like where you at, who you with, because it's always like, okay, I'm going out to do this, okay, sharp.
There's this post I saw, that there was someone who was saying, I cannot date a man who's always busy. And there was a response to that. It's like, I can date a man who is busy and can communicate.
Exactly.
All you gotta tell me is that, listen, I'm gonna be doing this all day, and during the day, if you can, be like, you know what, I'm still stuck in this shit.
Yeah.
That's it. If you don't say nothing, that's where the problem is. Then you're like, who he with? What is he doing?
Yes, many good relationships that we're broken.
And it's vice versa as well. You can date a woman that is busy but can communicate as well. Just try. I mean, you get busy, but that moment you can get.
Imagine you have to call somebody, it's a voicemail, and you don't know what's going on.
When you go to the toilet, that's the time.
They're busy with something like sinister. It's just that they're probably making money. But the phone just went to voicemail, and you were just not told. But you call for the next 3 hours, the phone is on voicemail. And
then you can't go to Dubai no more.
Then the next thing, the phone is on. It's just like, hey, how are you? Sorry, I missed your calls. I was busy. Like, okay, once, twice, 3 times. Like, no, man. This person has a tendency of switching off their phones. You know what I'm saying? Because they've never really told you
what's going on. And that's the problem.
It's nothing really something that you couldn't be.
It's always sneaky things like that make you think other things. Because assumptions, I think we should talk about those things. Because you start assuming stuff. You're like, maybe he's with someone else. Because why at this time, specifically, it's off. which means he's somewhere else where
You
you're
end
not
up
supposed
showing
to
up unannounced, hoping to find them in bad action, and then
no, it's not that.
then from there it's fucked up because now you look like you're a crazy person.
No, and now he has to dump you because then, or she has to dump you because then it's like, dude,
you're just pulling up and shit. Is that what we
at
do?
my workplace,
The fuck, man?
you know, where I make the shmoney, honey?
Man.
Nah, boo. Nah. You don't do that.
Yeah, man. You need to come in. You need to know. Also, it helps put your partner at ease. You know? Because, yes, it's nice to keep them guessing what you are doing. But this is nice to
It's nice to keep them guessing in the beginning, but when your guys are in, like years in, there's no time for that.
Yeah.
We're tired.
Basically,
Where you at? Okay, shout. Finish. Okay.
happens.
You know, now it's just like the thing. Now let's get into it because, you know, as others who was told we was clingy, we have become unclings. So all right.
Yeah. It's all
guys,
communication, man. It's all communication.
We gotta communicate. But I feel like we've communicated enough.
Yeah, for today.
More than enough. You know, I think that we've gone overboard because I thought we were starting to calm down, but nah, today. But hey, communication is proper because we hope you learned something.
Exactly. If the combos are communicating, you know, this is how talks end up being like longer than anticipated.
Yeah,
you know,
and then you're just like, oh, look at the time. You know? Damn, time flies. And it feels like you've been talking for a minute. But hey, it was good talking to you guys, talking with each other, having a good laugh. And we hope we sparked some comments and, you know,
feel free, man.
Yeah.
We're all here. We do the awesome thoughts, the awesome laughs, you know, the awesome talks as well.
Awesome advice,
and we know
awesome
you guys
everything.
are also awesome. So don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification button, you know, so that every time we have something new, you are always in tune.
Yeah,
Don't get missed out. You know, don't actually miss out.
Yes, guys, please have a wonderful the rest of whatever it is, evening, night, morning. What? I said the same thing.
Depending with the continent, obviously, because I mean it's a different. We might be
different terms.
Exactly.
But yeah, evening, afternoon, morning, whatever. Have a good day and peace out. Remember, heal.
Yeah. Hola.
Hola.